Hi everyone, and welcome to my book critiques 1 and 2. The first book I have chosen is Rainbow Fish, which was written and illustrated by Marcus Pfister. The genre of this book is a picture book, and it was awarded the Christopher Award, and is at a reading level of K through 2. So this book talks about a fish named Rainbow Fish that is admired for his sparkling scales that all the other fish desire to have as well. He is told that he's a beautiful fish and that everyone wants to look like him. One day, a fish comes up to Rainbow Fish and asks if he can have one of his sparkling scales to look just as beautiful as he does. Rainbow Fish replies, "Absolutely not, these are my scales." Soon, everybody hears about how Rainbow Fish is a very uncharitable person, or very uncharitable fish, and isn't willing to share. Rainbow Fish loses all of his friends because of his inability to be kind to others, and soon becomes very lonely. One day, Rainbow Fish goes on a journey and finds a wise octopus in a cave. The wise octopus shares that he should learn to be charitable and share with others, and that maybe if he shared his scales, people want to be friends with him because he's a nice person and knows how to share with others. Rainbow Fish has a change of heart and decides to go back to all the other fish and gives the fish who asked the first time for a scale one of his sparkling, beautiful scales. In turn, other fish come up and ask Rainbow Fish if they can have a scale as well. Rainbow Fish hands them his sparkly scales over and over again, and by the end of the story, he only has one sparkling scale left. But in turn, he gets to share with his friends, and he gets to give beauty to everyone else, and everyone's really happy, and Rainbow Fish receives lots of kindness for his kind act. This book emphasizes the importance of sharing and learning the value of sharing with others. For students, this is a helpful book because it can teach them as well the importance of being charitable and sharing among one another. For my first lesson plan, I focused on mathematics. The objective of this is that students will learn to represent problems by ways of numbers, drawing pictures, acting out, and making charts or lists, and creating equations. So students will be given a piece of paper which they will cut into the shape of a fish that represents Rainbow Fish. Then the teacher will give out circular sticky notes of different colors such as green, blue, purple, and pink. Then students will place the sticky notes on their fish. Afterwards, the students will count up their sticky notes and the different colors and will create a graph of the different number of colors each that is on the fish. Students will then go around the classroom during a certain amount of allotted time and trade colored sticky notes with one another to represent sharing, as we learned in the book. After a certain amount of time, students will return to their desk and then create new charts of the different numbers of colors that they now have represented on their fish. For example, if a student had 7 green sticky notes beforehand, maybe he now has 10. And so they will put that on their new set of data charts. Then students will gather their info from both the first charts and the second charts and create addition and subtraction problems based on their data. And then they will present these data charts to the teacher afterwards. My second lesson plan for second grade is a science lesson plan. The objective of this lesson is for students to identify different organisms and how they interact with one another and their environment. So specifically for this, it's going to be an oceanic environment, seeing as this book takes place in the ocean. So students will have the ability to identify 2 different organisms within the book and then use technology to do research over those species. For example, they could research over the wise octopus, or they could research over Rainbow Fish himself, or many of the other characters that are within the book. Students using their technology will have to research where the species are commonly found, what they like to eat, and any interesting facts. Students will then create a double bubble map comparing and contrasting their findings between the 2 species, and then the students will present their findings to one another in their table groups. Next, I have a representation of what their double bubble map will look like. Students have the ability to be creative and including their interesting facts, but also should make comparisons that relate to more scientific material. For my second book critique, I focused on The Polar Express, which was written and illustrated by Chris Van Allsburg. The genre is both a children's picture book and fiction. It was awarded the Caldecott Medal, and this reading level is for K through 3. This book is a Christmas classic and would be a great choice in reading material around the holiday season. This book discusses a boy who doubts the magic of Christmas. But then one night, on Christmas Eve night, a magical train comes and takes him to the North Pole on the Polar Express. Along the way, he meets friends and goes through obstacles to reach the North Pole. Along the way, he learns the importance of having faith and how to believe, even when we can't see. If this book were to be read in a Catholic school, the idea of faith can be tied to something deeper as in relation to God, or believing something that we can't see, or just simply to have faith and hope in life. After this boy goes on his magical journey to the North Pole, he meets Santa Claus and is given a magical bell which is supposed to represent belief. When he returns home, he receives the bell yet again on Christmas Day, and it is a constant symbol of having belief, even when we cannot see. This book would be specifically good for younger readers, especially since most of them will probably believe in Santa at this point, so it'd be a great opportunity to spread some holiday cheer and to share a fun book. Thank you guys for listening. Have a great day.